Hey guys, we are back out on the road again, and today we are in Auckland's Dominion Road. Now, Dominion Road runs right down the centre of Auckland's central suburbs, starting just outside of the city centre and then ending up right in the central southern suburb of Mount Roskill. So it's quite a long road, and this road is synonymous with quite a lot of Asian eateries, particularly Chinese, Korean, there's ramen spots, there's all sorts of different types of cuisine on this road. But today we are not here for that. Today we are here to check out, is BurgerFuel, one of New Zealand's OG premium plus burger spots, is BurgerFuel still good in 2024? Now, a little bit of history before we head inside here about BurgerFuel. It started back in 1995 and was prominent and visible in Auckland only from 1995 to 1999. It did expand outside of Auckland in around the year 2000 down to Hamilton, which is a city just south of Auckland, about an hour and a half outside of Auckland. And then from there, it moved to Australia in around 2006 and further expanded internationally to the UAE, Dubai, where it's had a really good foothold, including Saudi as well. So that market has been really positive for them. They didn't actually make it to the South Island until 2014. So quite some time, almost sort of 20 years after they started in Auckland. I found that quite surprising. They didn't make it down to Christchurch until 2014. They've since expanded into the US in 2017, so they have quite a large footprint around the world. There is no presence in Europe, so it's mainly a Middle East and Australasian business. So we're right outside BurgerFuel. Let's head off, check it out, see if it's any good, and is it worth getting in 2024?
And cheese, please. Could I get that as a combo?
Yeah, we don't do combo.
Oh, true.
We bring like zip there.
Okay, could I get the, could I just get some cream fries there, please? And I will, yeah, I think that's probably good, eh?
That's good.
Yeah, it's all good, yeah, just that one, please.
Whatever here.
Take away, please, man.
23.40.
American muscle, sea and cheese, biofuel. Quite a lot of these have been around for some time. Bastard, that's been around for at least as long as I've been in New Zealand, for 10 years. A lot of these are very standard. We went with the sea and cheese today because I reckon this is their kind of classic rich offering and my personal favorite. There are some chicken options as well. And we also have some vegan options on the menu as well. Then there's the sides. Classic sides include the sort of kumara fries, which I've gone for today. There's chicken fenders, which are really good. Kind of a bit of a different take on chicken tenders. Not fried, I believe. They're oven baked potentially.
and then the thick shakes are really good. But we didn't go with any of those today. We just went with fries for the sea and cheese.
Guys, we are back from BurgerFuel on Dominion Road, and oh my god, this thing smells amazing. It's filling up the car with rich oniony truffly tones. It's smelling really good in here. There's only one thing left to do. Let's get the tray out of the oven and have a look, shall we? All right guys, so we have got the food out of the bag. This is really interesting. So first off, the smell that I was getting, which I thought was the kind of rich onion, this is actually, I reckon, the fries, the Kuma fries, they are looking so good today. Really thick. I just had a bonus fry from the bag that fell out, and it was delicious. So I reckon we're in for an absolute winner here. Now, one thing I just wanted to point out, which I thought was really interesting, was the design of this new box that the burger's coming in. So the burger used to be presented in a wrapper, I believe, and you would get what was called the doofer separate, and the doofer essentially is a device slash piece of cardboard that wrapped around the bottom of your burger in order to prevent it from falling apart. Now what they've done is actually just incorporate the entire thing into a box. Let's unwrap this and see what it looks like inside. Okay, cool. So I've just unzipped my burger. It was really satisfying doing that, not gonna lie. However, looking at this, there's quite a large portion of lettuce in there, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but otherwise it's smelling pretty good. The patty looks really nice and seasoned and juicy, which it always did anyway. I'm a little bit concerned on the volume of lettuce in here versus some of the other items. There's some onion, tomato, but otherwise that whole experience of unzipping my burger was really unique and definitely worth coming down here for that unzipping experience in itself. All right guys, nothing left to do except get stuck in. We're going to start with the fries. The fries look absolutely amazing. Look at the crunchy crisp on these. Wowee. Now it came with some delicious looking aioli as well, so we're just going to give that a nice good little dip. Wow. Kuma, of course, has got a little bit more of a starchy flavor than your standard fry or chip. For those maybe in the UK or Europe who are watching this, it's probably best compared to like a sweet potato. It pretty much is a sweet potato, but Kuma is a native vegetable to New Zealand. Look at the size of this chip. It is absolutely huge. Of course, the Kuma is a big root vegetable in itself. So the interior of this fry or chip is much more starchy than your average chip, but it's got a lot more flavor going on. Quite sweet, as you would expect. This one here, again, look how crispy crunch it looks. Delicious, hot, fresh. Now the price of these fries are $7.50. So they're a little bit on the higher side. I mean, you do get a pretty good portion of them. but the pricing versus maybe any other sort of fast food spot or even a fish and chip shop, it's maybe in the little bit of the high side, but it's not too bad. Certainly cheaper than restaurant, so it does fit in that sort of premium plus category. Okay guys, it's time now to get stuck into our beautiful burger, of course using the doofer to hold the burger together. So this burger is the Sea and Cheese. Sea and Cheese has got the onion, the truffle mascarpone, and of course the cheese. I didn't expect there to be so much lettuce, like I said, but anyway, doesn't matter. Let's get stuck in and find out what it's like. You know what? That lettuce is actually completely fine in this burger. Now, normally I wouldn't say that, but because this burger's got quite a rich truffly flavor, quite a rich oniony flavor, that lettuce actually provides quite a bit of balance to the burger. Something that I like. Maybe other people wouldn't like that as much, but I reckon it's adding a really nice crunch and a really nice bit of sort of balance, mellowing out the flavor. The patty itself, I've always remembered BurgerFuel for having really nice tender patties. New Zealand beef, you can tell that this is high quality. Their quality has not dropped in the 10 years I've been coming. Now, I've maybe been coming here about, I've maybe been to BurgerFuel about 5 or 6 times in that 10 years, but this is really slapping hard still. It is absolutely delicious. The top part of that burger has the tomato, the red onion, which of course is adding another textural element and flavor. And then there's a mayo in there as well. So it's kind of like, a bit like a Whopper might be at the top, but then there's a much richer, deeper layer of flavor at the bottom with that truffle sauce and that, I suppose, sort of oniony. If you have a look, it's almost like a little bit of an onion jammy base to it. This is my favorite burger from BurgerFuel, and it still is as delicious as ever. Lovely strings of onion. I love red onion. I'm a big red onion guy. The other great thing about BurgerFuel for me has always been their buns.
Oh yeah.
I've always felt like their buns hold up really well as a burger bun. Of course, I mean, you should think so, right? Because it's BurgerFuel. But their buns have always been super consistent. The bun's really big, fits the burger perfectly, but doesn't overpower, isn't too bready. The sesame on top as well adds a nice textural and flavor element to the overall burger. And it doesn't overpower with too much breadiness. It's a really nice bun. The thing I love about the kumara fries as well is that they're all different shapes and sizes, but none of them are floppy, none of them are soggy. They're really crispy, delicious flavor. The aioli as well, nice garlicky undertow of flavor. Okay guys, so we've just finished up that delicious meal from BurgerFuel on Dominion Road. It was a really good meal today. The chips were absolutely banging. The burger was really good. However, I finished up and I thought a little bit more about that lettuce. It was probably just a little bit too much lettuce for the burger overall, but it did have a place in the burger. The burger was, of course, high quality beef, really well seasoned. The truffle mascarpone, the upper layer with that kind of mayo-y onion, it sort of tasted a little bit like a Whopper. I love that flavor. They work really well together. So for me, in 2024, BurgerFuel is still a go out and get it now. Overall, the price was pretty good. I think it's around $23.20. So this is certainly getting into that, and always has been anyway, but it's certainly getting into that sort of premium fast food area where it's a little bit more upmarket, maybe comparable to maybe Five Guys, something like that. But look, let me tell you, the quality of the products that they push out here for that price is excellent. So it is absolutely a go out and get it now. Don't forget, if you are watching this video, to just hit that subscribe button would be great. Also, throw down a comment if there's anywhere in particular you would like me to visit in New Zealand and showcase for you guys. But until next time, we're going to head back on the road, and we'll see you then.